Hello students, today let's discuss about how to implement an MR program that processes a weather dataset. Let's get into it. Open command prompt, run as administrator, check whether Java has been installed or not. Java has been installed and check for version. Java version is 1.8.0 and also check for Hadoop. Hadoop also installed. Check for Hadoop version. The Hadoop version is 3.2.4. Then open Eclipse. In Eclipse IDE, we have to enter the MapReduce program. I already installed on my machine Eclipse IDE. Suppose you people are new to Eclipse IDE, you wants to install in your machine. Open browser, type Eclipse download. Go for eclipse.org. In that website you can download Eclipse IDE for creating Java programs or creating Java projects. Then my network is slow, so it's slow. Keep on loading. Wait for some time. Yeah. Click on this link. By using this link, you can download Eclipse. Download it and install on your machine. This one. After downloading Eclipse, open Eclipse. Create a new project. Already I have done a MapReduce program for finding hot and cold day by having a data set, a weather data set. This is already done project, that is hot and cold. For creating a new project, go to file, click on new, give Java project. In this you have to type the project name, like myself giving name is hot and cold. You can choose some other name also. Already I have created this project, so it's showing an error message that a project with this name already exists. You can prefer some other name also, hot and cold. After typing the project name, click on finish. Then right click on SRC, new file. And this you have to give the file name. My file name is mymaxmin.java. mymaxmin.java. After giving the file name, give finish. I already done it. This is my file. Actually, I have done the code also. You can see the file here. This is my file. After creating a new file, you have to type the code I have shown here. Let me share the code. This is the packages. Import java.io exception, iterator. For running MapReduce program in Hadoop, we have to use these packages, that is import org.apache.hadoop.io.long writable. Why? Because in dataset we will having decimal values, so that we have to use data type long and writable. Then configuration, we have to configure the MapReduce and also we have to configure the MapReduce reducer. We have to configure both MapReduce mapper and also MapReduce reducer. We have to configure the path of Hadoop. For that we have to import this package, that is import org.apache.hadoop.conf.configuration. We have to initialize the job and also we have to call the input output file and text input output format. For that I have imported these packages, that is import org.apache.hadoop mapreduce.library.input.text input, text output, file input and file output. This is my main class. My class name is mymaxmin. The file name and the class name should be same. So that I have used same name, same file. I have used the file name as my class name, my max mean. Within the class, I have created one more class, that is max mean temperature mapper extends mapper class. You have to type this code, and also one more class is there, that is for reducer class. This one for mapper class, this one for reducer class. This is the main function. Within main function, I have written all the code to execute the MapReduce job. After completing this one, you have to import the libraries. Or else before typing this code, you have to import the packages. Import org, this packages you have to import in your code. For importing these libraries in your code, right click on SRC, go to build path, configure build path. In the select libraries, I have already done it. So it's showing the jar files. You have to configure the jar files, which is in the Hadoop folder. Hadoop common 3.2.4 jar file, which is located in the Hadoop common folder. Then one more jar file is Hadoop MapReduce client core 3.2.4 jar, which is located in the Hadoop share and MapReduce folder. You have to import these two jar files into our code. For importing this, click on add external jars. You have to select the path. I already mentioned that these two jar files are located in the Hadoop folder. Go to Hadoop folder. Hadoop is installed on C drive. C drive, Hadoop. Then select share, Hadoop. Then go for MapReduce. In MapReduce, you have to select the, let me drag. You have to select Hadoop MapReduce client core. This one you have to select. After clicking on this, give open. Then one more jar files you have to add it. For that again click on add external jars. Then go to common folder. In common folder, you can see Hadoop common 3.2.4 jar file. Click on this. Then click on open. Then it will show you in this place Hadoop common and Hadoop MapReduce client core. After adding this, apply and close. Now you have added the packages in your code. Now the code also entered in your file, that is maxmin Java. After completing this, we have to export your project into a jar file. Why? Because by having a jar file, we can execute the MapReduce program for the data set. We have to export this project. For that, right click on hot and cold project. There will be an option called export. Select, suppose this file is not explored, then select Java, double click on Java. In that, select jar file, then give next. Yeah. In this, actually in this place, there won't be any path. Already I have done the project, so it's showing my project path. I have where you have to export this project file. You have to select any path. You can select any path. I have selected a desktop, so that it's showing this path. C colon uses OneDrive and desktop. In this place, I'm going to export my project as jar file. You can browse any other path also according to your project or according to your wish. After selecting the path, give next. Next. In this, you have to select the main class path. This is an important. Without selecting the main class path, we couldn't execute the MapReduce program for process the weather data set. In this, we have to select the main class. Click on browse. We have to select the file name, Java file name. Our Java file name is mymaxmin. Click on this. then give OK. Now you have to click on finish. I already done it, so it's showing a message that already exists. Do you want to overwrite? So I am pressing no, cancel. Now we have completed all those things. We have imported the packages and also we have written the code for MapReduce program. One class is for mapper and one class is for reducer. Then one more class is main class. And also we have exported our project as a jar folder into the desktop. Minimize it. Open command prompt. In command prompt, we have to configure the name node, or else you can format the name node. For formatting name node, type hdfs name node hyphen format. Yeah, name node is formatted successfully. You can see this message, name node has been successfully formatted. Now go to root folder, that is cd/cd Hadoop. Within the Hadoop folder only we can execute the MapReduce program. Yeah, type cd Hadoop and cd sbin. Now we have entered into the Hadoop folder, that is Hadoop directory. Now we had to start the DFS to initiate name node and data node. For the type start dfs.cmd. You can see data node and the name node has been started. You can check the status of name node and data node. For looking status of name node and data node, we can use the command jps. Yeah, it started. Name node, data node, jps. And Eclipse also started. Now we have to start the yarn. Type start -yarn dot cmd for starting or initiating the resource manager and node manager. Now the node manager and the resource manager also initiated. Now you can check the status of node manager and the resource manager. Type the same command jps, data node, name node, node manager, resource manager, jps, eclipse. Then now everything is ready. All the nodes are initiated to process the weather dataset. Before that, we have to download here a dataset. I have chosen NCEI website for downloading dataset. My network is very slow. Let me share this link in description box. This is the link to download the weather dataset. You can see the dataset on yearly basis. I have chosen 2015 dataset. Any year you can choose for processing weather dataset. According to the dataset, by having a dataset, you can predict whether it will be a hot and cold on particular day. This is the dataset. I have chosen Astin dataset. This one. If you click on this, you can see the values which is in the dataset. This is the date. This is the maximum value. This is minimum value. This will be taken to calculate cold day, and this column can be taken to calculate hot day. This is the data set. We have to create a data set. For that, copy this, Control A, Control C, then copy these values in Notepad folder, Notepad file, open Notepad, and paste it here. Now all the values copied into a Notepad file. I already done it. Let me show you the data set. In C drive, there is a notepad file, that is weather_data. This is the notepad file. In this notepad file, I have copied the values of data set, named it as weather data set. You can give any other name also. You can copy the weather data set from NCEI website, and you can download and you can copy the values, and you can create, or else you can open a new notepad. In that notepad file, you can copy and paste the values of weather data set, that is Austin data set. I have stored in C drive. Now we can execute the MapReduce program. First, we have to create a directory into the HDFS. Before that, we have to check the user interface. Go to browser, open a new tab, type localhost 9870. 9870 is a port number for Hadoop or HDFS. Yeah, now HDFS is running. You can check for live nodes. You can check for, yeah, the node is running. You can check files. You can browse the directory or files which is inside the HDFS. Then open one more tab, type localhost 8088 to see the resource manager. My network is slow, so it's getting an error. Here we have to create a directory. For creating a directory, Hadoop fs mkdir. Mkdir means make directory. Directory name is input. A directory is created. We can check it in HDFS. A directory is created. This is the directory. Inside the directory, we have to copy and paste the weather dataset txt file. For that, type fs. You can use put command. Put command is used to load the weather dataset txt file into the directory input created in the HDFS. We have to give the path where it has been stored. The weather dataset has been stored in the C drive. We have to type the path here, C:// weather_data input. I have missed .txt Hadoop fs hyphen put semicolon slash weather underscore data dot txt. You have to mention the extension of file, so it's showing an error slash input. Now the file is copied into the input folder in HDFS. Let's check whether the file has been copied or not. Here you can see here weather underscore data.txt copied into the input folder in the HDFS. For listing the list of files which is stored in the input directory, you can use the commands of hadoop fs -ls slash input. It will show you the files which is inside the input directory. Here we have stored only one file, that is weather underscore data.txt. Now we have to execute the jar file in order to execute MapReduce program to process the weather dataset. For that, Hadoop jar, we have to give the path of the Hadoop file where we have stored the Hadoop jar file, that is our project. We have converted our project into a jar file. We have stored it on desktop. Yeah, you can see this is my project. I have converted as jar file, and also I have exported into a desktop. Right click on it, go to properties. In this properties, you can select the path of a jar file, that is hot and cold jar file. Copy this location path and paste it here. And also you have to copy the name of the jar file. Name of the jar file is hot and cold. Copy this, go to command prompt and paste it here. The type of jar file is the type of file is jar, so we have to give the extension dot jar. Then give the input directory. The output should be stored in separate directory. For that, I am going to create a separate directory called out. For that, I am giving slash out. You can change the slashes here. Yeah, MapReduce program is started to execute. Yeah, MapReduce job is running. You can see here MapReduce job and running job, and also the ID job ID. Now the MapReduce program is initiated to start. Now we can check with the browser. By clicking on this file, you can see the values of the data set. Yeah, this is the values we have copied from the NCEA website as in a data set. This is the values. Yeah, completed. The MapReduce program running has been completed. Now we can check for output. Hadoop fs -cat slash where the output has been stored in the output folder. We got the output. You see, cold day. This is the date in 2015 1/1. First day, first month in the year of 2015. the temperature of this day is minus 0.6, which means it will be a cold day. The second 2015 second in first month second day 1.3, it is also a cold day. Likewise you can analyze cold day or hot day by having weather data set. It almost cold. Now we got the output. Now we can check in the browser. Open weather data set. Go to browser. We have created the input directory and the output directory. Click on out. Yeah, you can see this one. This is success and the part. Click on this one. After clicking on that, click on tail. Yeah, you can see the same output in browser also. In both ways, we can see the output in browser also. In browser, we can see the output, and also in command prompt also, we can see the output. We have done it now. Now we have successfully completed MapReduce program for analyzing weather dataset. Thank you, students.